Welcome back everyone. As you all can see that today I am going to start the topic barometer, and I hope you all knew that what is the use of barometer. Barometer is used to measure the atmospheric pressure. So we are going to know something more about barometer. So let's see what I have written. Slowly one by one I will explain you each and everything in detail. Here I have written, I will explain you one by one. If you want, you may note down. Atmospheric pressure was first calculated by Evangelista Terracelli. That was the name of the scientist. He used a particular instrument to measure atmospheric pressure, and this instrument was barometer, okay, which is invented by himself only. Fine. If someone will ask you who is the inventor of barometer, so this is the name of the scientist. Okay. So if you want to see the diagram, see, this is the straw. A tube of length 1 meter, both are filled with mercury. Basic information is this thing. At normal atmospheric pressure, the height of mercury in this tube is 76 centimeter. But at starting, we are about to start how the construction was done, what was its initiative started, and initially what was going on. So we are going to learn about that, how the construction was done about the barometer by the scientist. A barometer consists of a long thin tube of length 1 meter or 100 centimeter. Children, see, this is a tube whose length is 1 meter, or you may call it 100 centimeter. Okay, it is completely filled with pure mercury, that is Hg. And this is a straw. It is also filled with mercury. Okay, then what? Its one end is open. We are talking about this. One end is open while other end is closed. As you have seen test tubes, one end is closed and second end is open. So that is the condition about the tube. Initially this tube is filled with Hg, pure mercury, up to the brim. We will fill that tube up to the brim, means completely filled with the mercury, so that there not be a single air bubble there. Okay, initially this tube is filled with Hg up to the brim, so that there is no air bubbles exist inside it. Okay, then what? After filling it, the open end of tube is closed with thumb and inverted in a straw filled with mercury. Try to understand. First of all, what we will do? We will fill this tube whose length is 1 meter. We will fill it completely with mercury up to the brim, so that there is no place for air bubbles. Then what we will do? We will cover its open end and then invert it into the straw. I hope it is clear what I am doing. I will cover it with my thumb completely, so that not a single air bubble can enter in it, and then I will invert it inside the straw, so there is no chance that a single air bubble can enter in it. Okay, now what? While inserting it, care should be taken that no air bubble can enter into the tube. Already I have told you that when we will enter this tube in an inverted position, care should be taken care, so that the air bubble cannot enter inside it. Okay, next, once the tube has been inverted into the straw, it will be noticed that level of mercury falls to certain extent. At first what we have seen, that mercury is completely filled. Slowly we can see that the level of mercury fall down, and the level of mercury in straw, it rises up. Why this happened? We have to understand that thing. And after an extent, earlier this was filled, completely filled, that means 100 centimeter or 1 meter tube is completely filled with mercury. But after some extent we can see that when it reaches centimeter, it will become stable. Why this happened? The same thing I have written here, that if we measure the height of Hg column, that is mercury column, into the tube from the surface of mercury into the straw, that particular height will be equal to 76 centimeter. What I have written here? I have written here that when the mercury level becomes stationary, stable, then we will measure the height of this level, liquid level, that is mercury level, from this surface up to this one. This is about 76 centimeter. Now first of all, we will try to find out the reason why in initial stage mercury flows down in straw, and after falling till certain height it becomes stable. If the mercury started flowing, it may completely falling down means maybe the tube will become vacant. Why after certain height it became stationary? We are going to find out the reason about that. For that we will compare this initial stage when the tube was completely filled and that stage where after falling up to 76 centimeter it became stable. So let's see. So with the help of the diagram I will try to explain actually what happened, why there is fall in the liquid, that is the fall in the mercury level in initial stage, and after some time it became stationary. I am going to explain with the help of diagram. Try to understand. See children, this is your initial stage when you have filled the tube completely, okay, and then we inverted it. Then what happens? See, already the trough was filled with mercury, okay, and on this level, this surface atmospheric pressure is applied. Here I have tried to show with the help of arrow sign, okay, and at this point, which is the mouth of the tube, at this point the pressure is because of this mercury which is filled in this tube. Try to understand. Created the particles of mercury present here, these all are facing atmospheric pressure, but at this point there is no atmospheric pressure. At this point the pressure is applied by the liquid which is filled inside the tube, and we know that liquid flows from higher pressure to lower pressure region. That is the reason when there is more pressure inside the tube as compared to the outside, the liquid falls down, and up to a certain limit, when it reaches this level, that is 76 centimeter, it became stationary. It means now inside the liquid tube as well as outside, both pressure are same. That's why there is no flow of liquid, not from outside to inner side or from inner side to outside. It means it shows that the atmospheric pressure which we are facing in our body also, on our body also, this atmospheric pressure is equal to this height of the mercury, that is 76 centimeter. That's why one atmospheric pressure is taken as 76 centimeter. If you want to note down, you just note down. See what I have written here. In initial stage, pressure on mercury in trough is due to air pressure. We are talking about this, okay. But at point P, this point, mouth of the tube, at mouth of inverted tube, pressure is because of mercury filled in the tube, and we know that fluid flows from higher pressure to lower pressure region. Therefore liquid flows in trough, but when it reaches up to 76 centimeter height, it became stationary because at this point pressure at point P inside the tube is equal to the pressure outside the tube, that is atmospheric pressure. Therefore when liquid stops falling and became stationary, this is the time when there is no more pressure difference at point P and outside the tube, that is free surface of the mercury. It indicates that atmospheric pressure is equals to 76 centimeter because outside the tube and inside the tube both are equal. That's why the liquid became stationary. That's why we written that it means atmospheric pressure which is applied from outside by air, that must be equal to 76 centimeter. That's why the liquid level or mercury level became stable there. So I have written that is equals to 76 centimeter height of the mercury in barometer. The height of mercury column is also known as barometric height. So this is the concept about barometer, and after this we will discuss about the topic that why when we visit that areas which is above from the sea level, the atmospheric pressure becomes low, and when we visit that area which is below from the sea level, atmospheric pressure rises up. We are going to discuss about that. Now we will try to understand. We are moving from sea level to those area which is above from the sea level. The atmospheric pressure decreases, and we will move from the sea level to the below area. Then the atmospheric pressure increases. Why this happened? We are going to learn about that. See children, if we carry barometer to a place which is on any mountain, it means we are moving above from the sea level. What happened? As we will move above from the sea level, it means air become less dense. If air become less dense, it means atmospheric pressure also decreases. Then what will happen? Earlier you will see that height of the mercury column is 76 centimeter, but now as the atmospheric pressure decreases on the surface, so the liquid falls down, because we know that fluid flows from higher pressure to lower pressure. As the outside pressure is less, naturally it will fall down up to the level until the pressure inside the tube and outside the tube will become equal. So same thing I have written, try to understand. When we move upward from sea level, atmospheric pressure decreases, okay, since air is less dense. Therefore we observe that in barometer there is fall in height of mercury column. Reason is that atmospheric pressure outside the barometer tube becomes less as compared to the pressure inside the tube due to mercury, so it falls down up to a limit until the pressure inside the and outside become equal. Now let's see how the atmospheric pressure changes when we move below the sea level. We have taken an example of Dead Sea. Why I have taken that example? Let's see, children. Dead Sea, which is 429 meter below the sea level. So we have taken the example of that place. Okay, what happened there? As we move below the sea level, it means density of air increases, and when density increases, it means what? Atmospheric pressure also increases. Okay, then what happened? Outside atmospheric pressure is more, and inside the tube, that was earlier, it is only 76 centimeter, that is at sea level. Then what happened? Again here the atmospheric pressure is pressure is less, and here atmospheric pressure is more. What will happen? To maintain it equal, the liquid insert inside the tube so that pressure will be equal. That's why the places which are below the sea level, the atmospheric pressure rises up, and it is about this one. It depends upon the place, at what height or depth it is. So let's see what I have written, try to understand. In reverse, if we will go to a place which is below sea level, for example Dead Sea, which is 429 meter below the sea level, if we will carry barometer there, we must observe that mercury level rise up. Okay, from 76 it will rise up. Okay, what is the reason? Here atmospheric pressure exerted outside the tube is more. Outside the tube this pressure is more as compared to the pressure inside the tube, due to mercury. As a result, mercury flows from higher pressure to lower pressure, and therefore liquid flows into the tube from the trough, and that's why its level rise up. This is how level of mercury changes place to place. I hope now it is clear why at different places atmospheric pressure are different.